Happy World Book Day, everybody. Can't wait till you're all back at school on the 8th of March. But in the meantime, here's me reading my favourite book. And my favourite book, as many of you will know, is a poetry book, and it's called Quick, Let's Get Out of Here. And no, I'm not going to read Chocolate Cake. I'm going to read my favourite one, which many of you will know, and it's called The Watch. The Watch by Michael Rosen. My mum and dad gave me a watch. Not a posh watch, good enough to tell the time by though, and it went well enough until one day at camp we were playing smugglers and customs over the sand dunes. I was the smuggler and I had to get £20,000 through the customs for us to win the game. Now £20,000 was written on a piece of paper and there were 3 ways to get past the customs. 1, by running so fast the customs couldn't catch you. 2, by going creepy crawly so they couldn't see you. And 3, going through customs with a piece of paper hidden on you somewhere. I decided that I would choose 3. So I chose to hide it on me somewhere, but where? I know, I said, I'll stuff it in my watch. So I took the back off my watch, I folded up the piece of paper with the £20,000 written on it, and I clipped it back onto the back of my watch. And then I went creepy crawly over the sand dunes. The customs, they saw me and they grabbed me and they searched me. They looked in my pockets, they looked in my shoes, they looked in my socks, whoa! They looked at my jumper and down my shirt and even in my armpits. They even looked under my watch. But they never thought to look in my watch, did they? So they let me go. And when I got to the other end, where the smugglers were, I said, hooray, I got through. And I opened up the back of my watch, and there it was, £20,000. I took it out and handed it over, and we had won the game. I snapped the back of my watch on, and I looked at the time, and my watch! It had stopped. My watch, it had broken. I had broken it. That evening, I told my brother all about it and I said, don't tell Mum or Dad about it or I'll get into trouble. I'll get it mended secretly. So there we were, tea time. And my brother suddenly goes, what's the time, Mick? And I went all red and flustered and I go, I go, it's about 6 o'clock. No, it's not, said my dad. It's 7 o'clock. And he sees me going all red. Is your watch going wrong? No. Let's have a look. No, it's all right. Let me have a look. It's stopped. It's broken. How did it get broken? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know? My brother was laughing all over his big face without making a sound. So then I told my dad about the smugglers and customs and hiding the money in my watch. He was furious. We gave you that watch so you could tell the time, not for you to use as part of a secret agent smuggling outfit. Well, don't expect us to buy you presents like that again. I was so angry with my brother for getting me into trouble. Inside, I was bubbling. So, as soon as tea was over, I went down to our backyard where there was an old cherry tree and I broke a twig off it. It was all prickly and flaky and covered in a kind of green slimy muck. So then I took this twig back upstairs into our bedroom and I'll tell you what I did with it. I shoved it into his bed. And as I shoved it into his bed, I thought, this will pay him back. This will pay him back. This will pay him back. He's going to get into bed tonight after I'm asleep. And his feet are going to get all prickled up and covered in grey, mucky, slimy stuff. Well, later that evening, I was doing some homework and I had some really hard sums to do and I couldn't do them. I was stuck. And my brother, he sees me scribbling out all these numbers and the page is a mess. So my brother, he says, what's up? Do you want a bit of help with your sums? Well, what could I say to that? At first I go, no, it's all right, it's all right. But he goes, no, come on, I'll lend you a hand. So I say, okay. And he comes over and he helped me. He's sitting right there next to me, showing me how to do my sums. And then he says, now you try. And then I could do them. So there I was, friends with him, grateful. And I'm saying, oh, thanks for helping me. But in the back of my mind, I know something. The twig was still in the bed. I didn't know what to say. All I could see, the twig, sitting in his bed, just where his feet would get it. And even if I went and got it out, there'd be a whole heap of dirty, prickly bits left in his bed. And after he's just shown me how to get all my sums right. So I go, look, when you go to bed tonight, there'll be a twig in your bed. And he goes, a twig? A twig in my bed? A twig in my bed? How did that get there then? So I say, I put it there, and my mum and dad heard that. So my dad goes, you put a twig in his bed. Did I hear that right? You put a twig in his bed. Might I ask, why did you put a twig in his bed? Well, I couldn't say. I mean, I just sat there like a lemon. I couldn't say, well, it was to pay him back for telling on me about the watch, because my parents wouldn't think there was anything wrong with that. So I just sat there and I said, I don't know. What a stupid thing to say. My dad goes, you don't know why you put a twig in his bed? You don't know why? The boy's going mad. First thing he does is smash up his watch, and the next thing, he's going around stuffing a twig in people's beds. He's going stark, staring mad, I'll tell you. I didn't think I was going mad, and I don't think my brother did either. I bet my brother knew why I put a twig in his bed. It is my favourite book of all. It's a fantastic poetry book. Chocolate cakes in here as well. If you have to go and get one poetry book in your life, get this one. Happy World Book Day, everybody, and I'm so looking forward to seeing you all on March the 8th. Take care.